So after you start the DLC, you can run around and grab 4 map fragments so your map will look like this without fighting any bosses or any enemies at all. We're just going to be riding Torn all around for our lives basically to get these. So let's go ahead and grab them. So of course the first one's the easiest one to find. It's right in front of us here. Now there are 5 total map fragments, but the last one is in the end game area for the Abysmal Woods. And so we will not be going there in this video at all. We're just going to deal with the ones where you don't have to fight anyone and no bosses or anyone. And you should know by now to steer clear of those guys, those fire golem things. They mean serious business, so we'll just ride around them. And of course I'm putting the route animations in there so that way you can just put your map markers along there so you can follow along that way to help point you in the right direction. Gotta watch out for some projectiles here. Now this castle coming up here, as many of you have probably found out, if you go through here, there's a boss you can defeat, and apparently that'll open up the way to get to the next map fragment. However, it's not an easy fight. I died in 1 second, I think, every time. So we're going to take this path that's a long way around to skipping the entire boss fight and getting to the next area of the map and of the game. Takes a while, though, to get there, but we'll get there. Now this next step is we have to open up this spirit spring. So I've heard you can use a shackle on them, like Moog shackle or Morgan shackle or something. But the proper way is you're supposed to look around and find something blocking it. So the proper way to do that for this one is up here. We just go up here. We see this. This one we can hit. Sometimes you have to shoot them with arrows and bows and arrows and stuff. It's kind of crazy, but then it gives you a message. The spirit spring has been unsealed. So it's a new little puzzle we have to solve for the DLC. Scadu Altus. What was that? Fort of Reprimand. And as you'll see, there's 3 graces right here pretty close to each other, so I just roll off the side here and I took no damage, so it's no big deal at all. The next area we're going to be doing some running though, just to make sure. I've never had any problem with it though. We're not there yet. I told you this is a long way, didn't I? See, no problem, just keep running. And at the end of this path here is where we're going to get the second one. Finally, right? Scadu Altus. Okay. Now from here, we've just skipped the whole boss fight, right? Got up here. So what we're going to do is go south and grab this grace here, which is normally the grace that you'd go and get after you defeat the boss. But we just skipped all that. And you'll have some, NPCs to talk to here, but a couple of them. But I'll just skip all that. Because we got to go get the next one. You'll see it right over here. And we're going to put a mark here, and then we're going to take the just the Rauh Ruins Grace. And you see an NPC right there, but he doesn't want to talk to me, so I don't know. Maybe later he will, or they will. I don't know. Now you see I'm kind of out in the open a little bit, so you can, anywhere you see I'm running, you can always probably stick to the walls, so you can totally avoid enemies. But I've had no problem just going right through the middle pretty much most of the time. Just like the base game, they're always a little slow preparing their attacks. Luckily for us, anyway. I'm not sure what that was that Rauh base, maybe? Rauh? Maybe? We already know where we're going on this one, so... Oh, great, a couple of these guys. But other than those two guys, it's pretty much a straight line again. Well, almost. I guess I should do more zigging and zagging, actually. It's actually way easier to ride around to the left or far right to get past these guys, but once you get over here, we'll grab this map fragment here. Now I'm not able to open the map here because of the enemies, so we're going to ride on a little farther so we can grab the grace over here so we don't have to go through that mess again. At least not right now. Okay, so we got the Temple Town Ruins is where we're at right now. Now we're going back to the Castle Front Grace over here. There's a couple ways to get down here, like there is everything in the game. There's probably more ways than this. I can think of another one. So the first way you saw there is going down the cliffside, and the second way is going the way we've already gone. For the first one, we're just cutting left at a certain point. So let's just get over to where we need to go to the next grace there. I'll just show you both ways. I died more than a few ways on the one on the left there. And of course you got some enemies flying around. You might have to avoid a little bit. But coming up here on the right side, of course that was a way to the one, and just go left when you see the flower. And I like the one on the right, or the second way, because I just find it more casual. Just riding along. Of course, in the first way there, the left side, you see I forgot my torch. It's dark, I don't know why I didn't pull it out earlier. Now, there's a lot of shinies I'm running past here. But of course, I'm just making a run to show you where these things are. And it's still taking forever. And I'm speeding it up just a little bit, as you can tell, but it takes a while to get them. But still, no bosses, no fighting, no nothing. Just gotta ride. Now here's some tricky jumps coming up here. I've died a few times off these waterfalls up here and these things that you're supposed to get on. But just go slow. And you should be okay. There's a certain point when we don't have to worry about it dying when we fall. See, I thought I was toast there, but nope. It was just a short drop, so no problem. I tried going down in that hole drop-in, died immediately from the fall. So I don't know. Now I shouldn't have had a jump right there. I needed to stay farther in the water, but that's okay. Made it anyway. I've never have any idea what to say on these long videos. So much silence. Now we're just same thing. We're just going, following the river down. So right when you get past this guy and you see the rocks and you see the waterfall right there, just go right up here and just keep running. You can hit, try to go a little faster with torrent. Don't look behind. We're almost there. We're almost done. Almost a straight line, just like the first one. So we have no bosses, no fighting. We're just running everywhere on torrent for the most part. Now right up here, there's going to be a dragon that comes in here. So once he's down or if he kills you or whatever, just got to ride around to the left or the right, I guess, to get past him, to get over to this one. But I had no problem just going straight up the middle. That's it. We haven't had to deal with anything to get these. And so now your map, after we get this, will be completed with those 4. The last one, the Abyss, that's an endgame area. And when you get that last map for the Abysmal Woods, it doesn't really show anything from everything I've seen on it. So we're going to go down here and get this grace right here because it's real close to where we're at. So don't forget that it's there. Then we'll take a look at the overall map here. But we're all done. So we zoom out here. So basically, we've got the map. So you can do this right after you get in here. Run around, grab those, and then you have the map. So then when you can fill out the map and the graces and all your stuff like that. And so, of course, this is where the other map fragment is. But from everything I've seen and read, you have to go through that place up there. So I think it's called like the Shadow Keep or something like that. But it's an in-game area, and I guess right when you go in there, you fight a boss, and then also going into that area, it moves the NPCs where they're at in the map right now, and it changes their dialogue and changes and moves them all over the place. So I'm in no position to go up there at all. Of course, I need to keep going around this place, and exploring graces and stuff. But that is the last where you'd go through to get to the last one eventually. Okay, so that's it. Sorry it took so long to show all this stuff, but I wanted to go a little slower, show where they're all at, and show all the easy ones that you can get right after you start this thing and get into the DLC, so you have something to look at least and put your map markers on when you're going around grabbing stuff and dying all the time. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and good luck.